Welcome to Mindless Entertainment. My name is Jesse Milestone, and I hiked for 14 miles today. So you are getting me slightly sunburned and with no makeup to speak of, because that takes energy, and I don't have any to spare. It was enough to get me in front of this camera right now and giving you this energy. So there's no energy for that. In fact, I have so little energy, I forgot what I say to start my videos. I did. I was like, welcome to Mindless Entertainment. What do I say after that? Right, my name. Anyway, so today, using all of this energy is to talk about this interview that Ron Howard did. Ron Howard, of course, director of many films, including Solo, a Star Wars story, famously the only non-profitable Star Wars film ever made. And he was speculating on reasons that the film didn't do so hot, because obviously it had nothing to do with the film's quality. And the answers he came up with were, trolls. Obviously, it was trolls on the internet. Trolls did it. Trolls made it happen. Blame the trolls. That's a really easy thing to do. It's just like blame Santa Claus. I don't know. So this is it, and then speculated later on that, well, maybe Star Wars fatigue, and then only the hardcore fans went to see this film. And I started laughing. I was like, yeah, you're right, totally. You nailed it, Ron Howard. Good job. Those are clearly the only reasons. Those are the only reasons I could possibly think of why nobody went to see your movie. It has nothing to do with the fact that it switched directors midstream, leaving with a completely tonally inconsistent film that couldn't figure out when it wanted to laugh at itself and when it wanted to be serious. No, it had nothing to do with that. That certainly had no impact on people's desire to see the film or not. Couldn't have anything to do with the fact that like half the film wasn't even focused on the titular character. That's right, I said titular. It means the character whose name is the title, and it has tit in it. So that's funny. No, nothing to do with the fact that that said titular character in no way resembled the original character, and I don't mean just in looks, I mean in performance, in attitude, in things he did, in the way he acted, in anything whatsoever. Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with the fact that nobody wanted a Solo prequel film, a Solo origin story, because fucking Solo, no one can replace him, and no one really wants to see anyone try. I mean, Harrison Ford, he's just not someone you step in and replace one of his iconic roles. People aren't clamoring for that. People aren't like, oh my god, I got to play Harrison Ford's character. That's what we want. Anyway, nothing to do with those things. Nothing to do with the fact that The Last Jedi was a god-awful movie that made people swear off Disney Star Wars forever. Nothing to do with that. That couldn't have had anything to do with it. No, people are just tired of Star Wars. Newsflash, we don't get tired of Star Wars if it's Star Wars that doesn't suck. Try making a movie that doesn't suck, and then see if we go see it. And by the way, also this article was written up in the Daily Caller, who described the highly anticipated Solo. If it was highly anticipated, people would have gone to see it. We just established that it was not anticipated. It was anticipated to suck, which it did. That's about the only thing it delivered on. And now here's the deeper endemic problem here. Because yeah, all right, Ron Howard's still butthurt that no one went to see his movie. But that's not the depth of the problem. It's not the depth of the issue. The depth of the issue is this inability for people to own their own shit. To be like, maybe I just didn't make a great film. Maybe the people just didn't want it. And the nonsense of saying only the hardcore fans would. No! That's the whole point. There are enough hardcore Star Wars fans that if you make a movie that even doesn't suck a little bit, we'll all go see it. But you haven't been able to do that. And we didn't have faith that you weren't going to be able to do that after Rian Johnson made a movie that sucked a whole effing lot and turned people off of it, and then to come out with a movie that also still sucked. It's just not, I mean, what's the issue? Like, why can't you just own up when you fucked up? It just didn't work. Why can't you speculate reasons that might have to do with you? This is something that sets apart in any field. In any field, this what sets apart the greats from the mediocres and the narcissists, is owning their shit. You watch sports, the best athletes, the best coaches own their shit. Right? If they lose a game, if it happens badly, they walk on stage and it's not, that person sucks, that person's terrible. It's no, I could have done more. I could have done more to make this happen, to make this right? What could I have done differently? Not, it's the people who bad internet trolls. And that's the problem. This is why we have a culture war, because it's so easy to just create another and blame them for everything that goes wrong ever, which is hilarious, which is absolutely hilarious, because everybody on the left side of things who's going around doing that is specifically blaming everybody on the right side of things for, and not even to the right, anyone to the left, to the further to the right than they are, of doing that exact thing. That's the whole narrative. The whole narrative is, oh, well, you're just a bigot who doesn't like anything that's different. And that's like, what the hell are you doing? Pulled up a mirror, take a look. This is exactly what you're doing. You're furthering and creating a world in which it's totally okay to say, oh, you didn't like this thing? It must be because you're a terrible person. Because that's this whole idea. The trolls did it. The trolls. All right. There has been very, very limited evidence to suggest mass bot attacks on everything forever. And the reality is that trolls are people too. And that there's this idea of what a troll is has gotten so far beyond what the actual mean. Now a troll is just, once again, anybody who doesn't like something you did. That's not what a troll is. Just like an SJW is not anyone to the left of you. A troll is not just somebody who doesn't like something you did and wants to tell you they don't like it. That's called a critic. And in case you hadn't noticed, critics are important parts of the creative process. And yes, in a creative process in a public industry like Hollywood, everyone gets to be a goddamn critic. So maybe you should remember that little point next time you go to make a film and stop writing off your critics as trolls. Because guess what? If you listen to your critics, you might learn something, and then maybe your next film won't suck. But if you want to bury your head in the sand and go, no, it's the trolls, and ignore the fact that all of these trolls are individual human beings that may or may not spend money on your product, you might actually go learn something about what you did wrong, and now you might be able to correct it in the future. But that sounds difficult. So why don't you just keep clapping your hands over your ears and going la 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 la, because that's worked out so well for you so far. I'm sure it will just continue to work out forever. And that's what I wanted to say today. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and press that like button. If you like this shirt back here, you can have one. Just click on the link that's going to pop up in that corner down there. That'll take you to my Teespring, where you can get a Jesse Shot First t-shirt designed by Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl. And then there'll be another link popping up that says LA Cheesesteak Reviews, which you should also click on, because sometime very soon, no later than Sunday, but probably sooner, we will be putting up the trailer for that, and then we're going to start dropping episodes, and it's going to be epic, and you're going to love it, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. And then also click Get Involved with Me, where you can find out more about my Patreon, my other Teespring merchandise, and different ways to get in contact with me. You can follow me on Twitter at Jesse Milestone, on Instagram at Mindless Entertainment, because your support is amazing. It's the reason why I get to do this, and thank you so much. You are appreciated. All of your interactions, your likes, your comments, your shares help this channel so much more than you know. So please continue to support, and we'll talk again very soon. God Empress out!